That's how Jesus works. We find each other anywhere in the world. It doesn't have to be in church or in a place that you typically think. Here we are at a hair salon, and we start talking, and Marion gets all excited because I tell her I'm a youth minister. She's like, oh, have I got a message for you? And I'm like, uh-oh, oh no. But what's really cool about Marion is that she called me about 3 weeks ago. I hadn't talked to you in months. And I was trying to think, well, how am I going to tie in my social justice theme? And here we are tonight. Marion is here to talk to all of you. She's a founder of Universal Dream of Peace, which I'm not sure if you're going to talk a little bit about that. She's producer and host of public access TV show called Cool Down. And she's got a great website, workforworldpeace.org. So I recommend you guys take a look at that website. So if we can give a nice warm welcome to Marion Rosenberg.
Hi guys.
Hi.
How you doing? What? Hola. Salam. Salami. Oh no. I wanted to thank Pam for all the effort she's put in. And believe me, I would never have had anything quite that fancy, or Izzy doing all the work. And George Nowak, is he here still? Ah, yes. Yay for George. He got me into the place and he helped me with everything, setting up my camera, because it's the first time I bought a video cam and I know nada. So he was very kind, and I learned a lot from him tonight about a lot of the topics we're sort of going to hit on. I, as you know, am the founder of Universal Dream of Peace. I started that about 7 years ago, working for peace, meaning no war and so on. And I've run seminars, forums, and a peace rally in Skokie Public Library in the Glenview Flick Park. We first started in the park, and we did a prayer vigil. But before I go any further, I want you to please join hands for me. And whatever they're comfortable, if they would like to stand up, that would be great. I appreciate it. Stand up, stand up. Ah, stop singing. All right, I would like you to join me. I'd like you to settle down. And I would like you to help me by, let's put a prayer out tonight for this gathering to be a force for peace in the world. Each one of us can be a light in the world. So every word we utter has an effect. And so please, let's just take a moment of silence and pray that we can join and be successful in this event and to carry on beyond this. Be a spokesperson in your world. Deep breath. Blow that breath out like you're blowing a candle out across the room. Settle down. And if you like, we can do an Om. Just to settle down. Okay, are you centered and ready to sit yourselves down? Great. Okay. Now, I want to tell you just a little bit about Do any of you know the actress Goldie Hawn? Yes? Who? One person. Well, that stands to reason because she's a little younger than me, but not by that much. So.
They might know her daughter,
Oh,
Kate
yes?
Hudson.
Who?
Kate Hudson.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Thank you.
I know Kate Hudson.
All right. I'm glad somebody does. Well, anyway, she was a very successful actress, and she went to speak to the International Press Conference in 2005. And she spoke about how words can heal and how words can destroy. My daughter Laura Fox, who sent me to look at her website about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe she was giving me a hint. I think she was. And God works in mysterious ways. And I began to read and work in that website, and I became obsessed with the words. And I began to realize that peace begins with each and every one of us. We have to find peace within. We have to try to spread peace to your friends, your neighbors, your family. And some people have said to me, who are you going to talk to out there? You're just going to talk to everyday people, they're not the terrorists and so on. And I said, well, you know, you never know who you're reaching and who you're touching, whose heart, whose mind. And even the choir needs improvement. And I speak from my own experience. I did not know that I was a bully. Didn't even know I was a victim, come to think of it. I went to listen to a speaker at Shalva who talked about abuse. Abuse comes in many forms. It can be physical, financial, sexual. It could even be silence when it's used to control someone. It could be exclusion, leaving people out with intention. And it can even be the sound of your voice, screaming, a nasty look, and guess what? Humor. If it hurts someone, it's not funny. And I find myself many a time saying something. Sometimes you don't even realize that you hurt someone. And I myself, when my kids were little, I would scream. They say, Mom, stop screaming. What do you mean screaming? I go a few more decibels. I don't think I'm even screaming. I know I'm talking a little loud. And when I found out that that's a form of abuse, and I'm thinking these kids were real little, I was taller and a lot heavier, and here's this little kids and I'm screaming, and it had to be really frightening. So this has been a journey of realization. I thought I was a pretty good person, but I realized how I affected my children and other people. So one thing I've learned is when you hurt someone, we're all human and it's going to happen sometime. You're going to say something you don't even realize how the other person was taking it, maybe because of their experience and not yours. But if that person has to take a deep breath and say to that person, you know, I don't like what you said, it hurt me. Now you've given that other person an opportunity to understand. And if they understand, they have the opportunity to make things right by sincere apology. or I didn't know I hurt you, but I didn't mean to, or whatever has to happen has to say between people. But we're always, I know I still hurt people and I don't intend to. I've been hurt by people. But honesty and having the courage to speak up quite often will help you to resolve a lot of negativity. Goldie Hawn talked about how it used to be, and I think it may be even still, you can tell me. Do you ever hear the words, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me? Anybody ever hear that? Raise your hand if you have. It looks like a lot of people still hearing it. Well, that was a false normal, and it shouldn't be. That should change, and you can be part of changing that if you feel strong enough to want to carry this message. When someone is told unkind things daily, they begin to think they have no value. They themselves have no value. And unfortunately, and it's still going on, I've heard of 9 and 10-year-olds afraid to speak up to their parents because they wouldn't believe them that something was going on. It was deeply disturbing, and there have been so many suicides. One is too many, and it's mounting. So you're here today, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You people, the children, the people, adults, particularly I have to say the children, I've wanted to work with children and learn from you. Because I'm here to teach, but I'm also here to learn. I want to hear what it is you have to say, your experiences, and how we can create a better world, one word at a time. Sometimes parents are supposed to be the lighthouse for the children. We're supposed to listen and be there to instruct, but listen. But sometimes everybody's busy and they don't listen. So we have to listen, and we also have to listen to what we don't hear and see. And I'd like to take a break at this moment, and I would like you to break up into groups of 4, and our wonderful volunteers will help you to process, and they have some questions for you. And we'll take about 10 minutes? Yeah. About 10 minutes, and I want to thank you. I hope you will cooperate and get something out of it.